I was showing a video today, doing a video to show you my two new frogs. I got a dwarf frog and I got another small one, but I can't see where they went. So I'm gonna feed them a little bit of food here in a second and see if they'll come out where you guys can see them. The dwarf frog is so cute. He's so tiny. He's about the size of your tip of your pinky. And I got him yesterday, and I got another small frog. It's the African something kind of frog. I forgot what they called it. But I was trying to see if I could see them because I wanted to show them to you. But so far I don't see the little fellers. I'm going to put a little food in there in a minute. Let's see if we can get them to come out. This is all the different kinds of foods I got. But they love these right here. They love the big flakes. They don't like the small flakes. They like the big ones. Because every time I buy the small ones, they won't eat them. But these here, some of these flakes are gigantic. I mean, that's some of the flakes. They're pretty good size. But they love them. We're going to go ahead and feed them in some food and watch them a few minutes, see if the little frogs come out. The angelfish are always ready to eat. The grummies, I have to usually knock on the tank. That lets them know I'm feeding. And then they come up out of there. Let's see if we can get them in the front here. Everybody come towards the front where we can feed them. And since my fish are a little bigger, I know looks like a lot of food feeding them, but the time they eat, there's not much anything floating around. I want to make sure no one's hungry. I only feed them once a day. That may be too much, I don't know. They've been doing alright for about 5 years, so. There's a froggy. He's back a week and showing off. Where's your little friends at I bought, buddy? Huh? Where's the little friends? Yeah, we need to put you some food in there too, don't we? And I buy frog pellets for the froggies. But they like the flakes as well. He tries to get out occasionally though. See him over here? Scuba diving. I'm trying to see if his little friends come out. They're probably in one of them ships. Because they do like to hide. Except for him, and he likes to show off. He's tore my plants to pieces. Them were live plants and he's tore them to pieces. Between him and the coscus. And I will say, some people will come on here and tell me my tank is dirty with the algae on the side. But my coscus, if I take all the algae out of there, he'll die. He has to have that to live on. So I let the algae grow for my coscus. I don't let it get real bad though. If it starts getting real bad, I clean some of it up. But I don't never take it all off. Because if I do, he won't have nothing to eat. And I think the frogs eat so much of it too. Then I'm going to sit down for a minute and let's see if the little fellers come out. See, their food's already sunk. Some's floating still, but most of it's already sunk down. And they won't hardly eat it once he goes to the bottom. Well, he's in the wood ship, and if he's little frogs in there, maybe he's scare it out. I think that was my bigger one. Go in the other ship, dude. You done check that one out. Check out the skull and stuff for me. See where they're hacking. I'd like to show everybody what they look like. I don't see either one of them. I've looked in the corners. They've got to be in the bottom of one of them ships. They are so cool. I mean, that one was so tiny. He's a little feller. It may take him a few days to get used to the tank before they come out good. I just got him yesterday evening. Or not yesterday evening, yesterday morning, I'm sorry. And I left them sit in the bag in the water for about 2 hours before I turned them loose to make sure they got used to the temperature difference at the pet store than at my house. So that one angelfish right there that's above the one ship right now, this one right there, you can see me pointing at him. He's about the only one that bends down and picks up food off the bottom and stuff. The rest of them don't hardly mess with it once it goes to the bottom. The frog eats some of the flakes. And then the Koskets and whatever they don't eat, I guess he cleans it up on the bottom. He's even hiding right now. He's really got big. He started out about 1 inch long and he's about 6 or 7 now, at least. But I don't know where they're all hiding at today. He sure don't want to come out and show us they're around. And he moves so fast, that little frog does. If you see him, you just see him for a second because he's got some speed to him. I was almost concerned about putting him in there with these guys, but the way he's so small and the way he can hide in anything, I don't think he'd have any problem hiding from them. Them two right there is my meanest ones. No, I take it back. The two angelfish down at the bottom down there, that one's a nicer one. Those two with the longer, I don't know if you call them gills or what you call them, fins or whatever. Those two are the meanest. They peck at each other all the time. That one and the one coming up back there, those are the meanest too. But that one right there, he was a lot smaller in even my last video, and if you watch it now, you can see how much more he's grown already. I don't know how big they'll get. Probably about the size of the other one over there, the lighter one. They get along pretty good with the gouramis. They usually don't bother the gouramis, and the gouramis usually don't bother the angelfish. And the frogs, nothing bothers them. Except they don't like it when that Kosket bumps up against him. It freaks them out, and then they fly across the tank. I did have one frog that died, the big fat bloated looking one. He finally died. I think there was something wrong with him, but he died finally. Trying to look around. I'm trying to look around to see if I can see them anywhere, but I don't see either one of them. I know they're still in there because there ain't no way they can get out. I've got the lids and lights made together where it's sealed. The only place they could get out is right where the filter's pumping in water, and there's no way they can get out of that. They'd have to be able to jump up straight out of water about 2 inches, and there's no way. They can't even hold to the side of the glass. When they stick their foot up out of the water, it slides them right back down. That big one's tried a few times. Let me look right over here in this corner and see if he might be down in there hiding underneath these bushes or something. Take my watch off. I don't know if my watch is waterproof or not. I took a shower with it one day and didn't bother it, but I don't want to take any chances. Mess up my watch. No, he ain't in there. Not in the stall. Yep, there he went. He jumped out. I gotta show you this before he moves. I'm gonna move these guys around a minute. See that little tiny frog down here, guys? See him? See him right down there hooked off swimming? That's my dwarf frog. That's my little dwarfy. He is tiny. See him right back there? He's back there by the ship, guys. See him back there? He's straight back there. Back over there. That's him. He's a little feller. Then I got one about the medium-sized one. That's a little bit bigger than him. And I don't know where he's at either. He's probably in the other ship. I'm going to hold you in a minute, so if it gets a shaky, that's the reason why. No, he didn't move in that one. Let's see if he moves out of this one. No, I didn't see nothing move. But there you got to see the little dwarf one. He's back there behind there. See him back down there? Let's see if you can see him. He is back down behind the filter system. Anyways, there he is now. He's straight back there. Back in that corner. You can barely see his little head sticking out at the bottom of the ship. See him now? He's fully out now. That's a little dwarf frog. And I was trying to find my other one to let you see it. That's little Dorothy. I'm going to call him Dorothy. We'll just call him Dorothy. He's down there by the bottom of that red plant there. That's my little tiny frog. Although I'm going to have to get my son to check the water because I can't see the heaters. And it feels a little chilly. And angelfish are tropical. And they like warm water. They like it about 70s to 80 degrees. Or at least that's what my daughter-in-law looked up. I don't know. I'm not good with a computer, so I don't look the stuff up like that. We're going to shake this one and see. That one might be in there. He is in there. Or something's in there. I thought something was in there. If it did, it took off. There's our Coscus. He's back here. See him back there? He is. Well, I sure made a mess with that thing. A lot of dirt up in that thing. He is right down here. See if I can get him to move. They feel so rough too. Oh, he took off. Well, we got to get the tank to clean up now. I see where some of the food's been storing. Anyways, since we've done that, let me show you the Coscus. He is right there, guys. Look how big he's got. He's big. And that's what I'm saying. If I take away the algae, he will die. And I don't want him to die. So we have to leave the algae for him. But you've got to see my little dwarf frog. And that other one, he's hiding really good. He's just a little bit bigger than the dwarf frog. But he'll get big like my other froggy. But the dwarf frog, he's about as big as he'll get. That little fella won't get no bigger. That's how big he'll be. I'm just glad they're able to stay in the water all the time and not have to come out for anything. You know, like some frogs where you have to have some to swim in the water and they come out on your land. I'm just glad that he don't have to. They just stay in the water all the time. The water does feel pretty cool today for some reason. I don't know why. I don't know if my heater's not acting right or not. Them heaters are kind of crazy. You gotta put them at where the top of the heater is submerged in the water, and the knob is the only thing sticking out, or it don't read the temperature right, and it makes the heater shut off and on when it's not supposed to. Like right now, it's a little too far in the water, so it may not be reading right. But with a cord on it, it kind of makes you a little nervous, like you're thinking you're going to get shocked to death because it's submerged in water. But believe it or not, it don't do it. But I'm glad you guys got to see the little dwarfy frog. I'm going to pull the heater up out of the water a little bit because it is down too far at the moment. But I added water to the tank, and that may be the reason why. Alright, it's about right where it needs to be now. Okay, we got the heater adjusted. I may have to straighten that piece of shit up. I don't know if anybody went back under it. The other frog, he's laying around today. He might be too cold. Normally he's up moving around more than what he is. So we're gonna kind of straighten that ship up if I can get to it. Let me go on the other one. This light looks like it needs to be cleaned. Not the light, but I mean underneath the light. Oh yes. It builds up algae from the water splashing all the time. It's a pain to have to clean the lids. But if you don't, you can't see the fish. Yeah, this is pretty gross too. Guys, I'm just going to adjust this shit back into its gravel again. Like so. We're going to take this apart a moment. I bought all this stuff new when I bought this tank and put it up. I didn't want nobody else's headaches being used. Hopefully nobody will try to escape. Yeah, see how that builds up crud? See how scuddy that gets? Hopefully no one jumps out while I'm gone for a moment. With it being dark, they may not. I'll be right back. we are nice and clean once again. Hopefully, did you see anybody jump out while I was gone? Now let's see if I can see it better. Oh yeah, see how much better? With a little bit of light, a little bit of scrubbing. There's something all over the bottom of this filter too. Right here. Probably part of that old plant. The old plants, live plants are good in a tank because they do eat some of the stuff off of them. But the only problem with live plants is when the leaves fall off, they stop up your filters. And that's what this one occasionally does. You can see how dirty the light was. They get this way in about a few days, believe it or not. We're going to move this one over too and do the same on this one. Just let me know if you see anybody jump out. Hopefully no one escaped while I had this open. I don't think they can anyways, but you never know. So we put everything back down. We'll put the other light on. And now that the scuds is off the top of there, you can see the tank better. I have to do that about at least once every week or two. But they build up a lot of scuds from the, I don't know why, how it splashes up and causes it or what. I don't know. I'd love to be able to get the algae off the front of the tank and around it, but like I said, if I move it, it's going to kill him. And he's going to die from it, not have nothing to eat. The Coskets will. So we'll leave the algae and just deal with it. But it don't look like we're going to get to see the other little frog. You do get to see the dwarf. But the other one's just being stubborn. He's up in something hiding pretty good. I don't know. The water may be too cold for them at the moment. That's the reason why they're all hid up. Of course, him being little, I'm sure he's going to hide anyways. Because I would if you had something as gigantic as some of them angelfish coming at me. You know. The other little frog, he's moving around. He's finding his food. He's fixing to eat. There he is eating. He's down there eating now. Right down here. See him right there feeding his, eating. He's eating right there, feeding himself there. That's how he eats so cool. Watching him. I just hope the other ones get out and find the food. I may end up having to put, oh, I'm showing it for you, you can't even see it. I may have to put some of the food in the back a little bit where they can find it a little better, so they get more used to the tank. It's a job keeping the water clear, because it can get cloudy just overnight and take you days to get it straightened back up. Their water is good and clear. It's, like I said, them spots of algae on the tank. We have to leave that because of the coscus. But otherwise, the rest of the little guys are doing pretty good, except for the one that passed away, the froggy. But anyways, guys, see here, little frog's still moving around down here. There he is right there. He's still bouncing around down there by the bottom of that ship. And the other little one, I don't know exactly where he's hiding. He could be in anything. He's so small. But them are about as big as they'll get. So they'll stay hidden until they get a little bigger. He's back underneath the plant under there. Corner of that red plant. That's where he's at right now. I wished I could find the other one to show you. Now that it's lighter in there, we might be able to ship and stuff around. See if he swims out. We checked the bigger stuff. We didn't check up inside the one though. Let's see here a minute. Yeah, quit going crazy. He's not in there because we done lifted that one and there's nothing in there. So we know he's not in there. Our one little froggy's sitting right there, the bigger one. We didn't raise this one completely out, but we're going to now for a moment. See if he's in here. He is not in there. Alright, so we'll kind of ease this back down in there. He could be in this rock thing right here. Or hiding around it. Don't know. Not neither one of them. We didn't raise this one. I don't think they can get in this one. Yeah, they can too, right there at the top. Wow, look at the crap come out of that one. Wow, wow, wow. Huh. A lot of that's a dead plant. I'll be glad when that's all out of there. It ain't supposed to have to be submerged in the gravel, but I submerged it down and the fish pulled it loose. I don't know, by chewing on it or running into it or what. They pulled it loose. It's going to take about a few minutes to clean up the scuzz I caused in there. We're going to raise this other ship up and make them mad even more. So I'm trying to see if anybody falls out. I don't see him in that. Only thing left to raise up is this. And I can't tell if anything's in there or not. It's too dark. Too dark to see in that, see? I don't know, he's hiding good somewhere. He is definitely hiding good somewhere. Don't know where. But I sure stirred up the water and made a mess. It'll take it a few minutes to calm back down. Some of that's their old food and some of it's the leaves and the decay of that plant. If it's old food though, they won't hardly eat it. They'll let it settle back down. They're not into nasty food. But I'm glad you got to see the one frog anyways. There's another one in there. I don't know where. He's hiding better than I can see. But anyways, guys, I just wanted to show you the new little frogs, a new addition to the tank. And I was kind of sad to see the one frog die, because I mean he was pretty cool. But I think there was something wrong with him, because he was just too bloated and never got unbloated. He was always real puffy. It acted like there was something maybe wrong with his digestive system or something. I don't know. But anyways, I'm gonna get off here. I just wanted to let you see the new addition to the tank. And I guess you guys got to see me clean the lights, how dirty they were underneath. And believe it or not, that's in, like I said, within a week or two, it just builds up like that. It evaporates the water out every 2 days. I have to put 2 gallons of water in the tank about every 2 days. I don't fill it up no fuller than that because of the frogs and stuff jumping out. Or if it wasn't for that, I'd fill it up to the bottom of that black ring right there. But I keep it down just a little so they don't jump out. But I know a lot of people don't like videos like this, and you don't have to watch if you don't want to watch it. I just share them with the ones that likes the stuff like this. But anyways, I'm out of here. Peace.